What I'm going to ask you, here's a conjecture. First of all, I want you to look at it and tell me if you think that it is a true conjecture. Read it out loud, why don't you?
A plus B minus B equals A. I think it's true.
Okay. Do you think it's always true?
Probably.
Yeah. How could you show that that was always true?
Well, if you used all the numbers, it would take forever, but I said if you got a lot of ways, if one of each type of thing, it might prove it. Fractions, regular numbers, negative numbers, really high numbers, really low numbers.
Okay, I'll hold it for a second, Susie. So you're saying if you were going to try out numbers, you try out different types of numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said regular numbers?
Yeah, that means ones above 0 that aren't super high or super low.
What's a super low number?
Like 1 is pretty low.
Okay. All right, so those are regular numbers. Then you said, what else?
Negative numbers.
Negative numbers?
Fractions.
Fractions.
Really high numbers.
Really high numbers.
And really low numbers.
Okay, and what would be a really low number? Like 1?
1 or 0.
1 or 0. Okay, so those would be the special cases you would try.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to have you explain that. That's great. So is that how you would show that it's always true? Would you just try all those different numbers? Is that what you would do?
Probably. That's one of the ways you could do.
Okay, and if it worked for all the numbers, then what would you...
All the different types.
All the different types.
Then I could say, I think this would always be true.
Would you be sure?
Pretty sure.
Oh, why not completely sure?
Because you haven't tried every number, but you can't do every number.
Well, why not?
It would take forever, because numbers go on to infinity.
So is there any way to show this is always true, since you can't do every number, right? Because you can't spend forever doing it. So is there any way that you could show this is always true?
Well, you might be able to do a number sentence and put in different numbers each time, but not all the numbers, different types.
Okay, I understand that. And I think that if we sat down, I could see you try it with different types of numbers. Yeah. Is there anything else that you could do?
Not that I can think of.
Not that you can think of? Okay, so what do you want to do now?
No, I could try to prove it by doing all different types.
Okay.
I'm going to start with fractions. 1. Oh, and I've got to do fractions plus just low and high numbers and things like that.
Well, that's going to be a lot of different numbers to try. Why don't you go through one of them, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. I want to see what that looks like.
Plus 10. 11. Minus 11 equals... And then, well, if you have 11 and you minus that same 11, it'll get you to 0. This 11 minus this 11 just cancel each other out. So it's more like 1/2 equals 1/2.
Okay. So is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm going to try some other numbers. Like I could do -5 plus +5 minus 5 equals, well, 5 minus 5 again would get you to 0. And that would be -5, which you started with.
Okay.
Now you could do the opposite thing and have a +5 and then a -5 minus the -5.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. Let's see what that looks like.
Well, the -5 minus the -5 will get you to 0 again.
Okay, how do you know that?
I just know if you have a number and you minus the same number, it gets you to 0.
Oh, okay.
So it's got to be 5.
Okay, so let me see if I understand this, Susie. Any number, if you have a number, what did you say? If you have a number, you minus the same number, it gets you to 0.
Yeah, and then 0 plus any other number would equal the number you started with. Unless it's in a 100 thing. Like if it's in 100, then you'd be adding the 100. But
Okay, so is that really adding 0?
no.
No. Okay, that's a number with a 0.
Right.
So okay, Susie, now let me just think about this for a second. You just said that any number minus itself is 0.
Yeah.
And any number plus 0 is itself.
Yeah. Those two conjectures make up this conjecture. So it's like two conjectures put together.
Oh.
This conjecture and then this plus 0 equals A.
I'm going to rewrite that the conjecture here for you, because I want you to do some circling for me. So we have A plus B minus B equals A. Could you circle the conjectures you're talking about here? I think I understand what you're saying, but I want it to be real clear. Okay.
It is one conjecture.
And what is that conjecture?
This conjecture would be a number minus a number equals 0.
Okay.
Well, if it's the same number.
Okay. And are these the same number?
Yes, because of the mathematicians love repeated variables.
Okay.
If you repeat a number, if you have two variables in the problem that are the same number, they have to be the same thing.
If you have two variables in a problem that are the same number,
They're the same shape or something.
okay, the same variable,
Yeah.
they have to be the same number.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm sorry I interrupted you. So here's one of your conjectures. B minus B equals 0.
Yeah.
And then you said there was another conjecture in there?
Yeah.
What's that?
This plus this
A.
plus this 0.
Okay.
This is the other conjecture. Because it equals whatever A is.
Oh. Now, Susie, does what you just told me about the two conjectures, does that prove that this conjecture up here is always true?
Well, if the other two are true, then it would be true.
Oh, okay. Let's say that we have already proved, let's just say that we've already proved that B minus B equals 0 is always true.
Yeah.
And A plus 0 equals A is always true. Did
Then-
you just, then what?
That would prove this is true.
Then you could use those two?
Yeah, to prove this is true.
Wow. Very nice, Susie. Very nice. Which is a better way to prove
This
it?
way.
Oh my gosh, you knew what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, which is better, trying different numbers or this way? And
This way because it would take your whole life and you still wouldn't have gotten all the numbers.
Okay. And
This way, you only have to do one thing and you've proved it.
for all numbers?